CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Yep, doing a little CQ calling on 40 meters here. The bands ain't that great today, but we'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? My morning calling before I go to work and see if I could get out there. Dude, it's look at this. It's so bad, right? That even the thing that tells you whether the bands are open or they're good or fair on QRZ is just totally gone. Well, maybe if I refresh it. Let's see if we refresh this thing. No, nothing yet. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's get back to calling CQ. CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Well, yeah, they're bad. Well, I actually started a little early. I was doing some, I was hunting some POTA there, and I got quite a few. I think I got like 8 or 10 today. Ever since I put that fan diaper back up, I'm able to hear them now. Most of them, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing. So I had another antenna there, which I have to re-go through everything. I have to re-go through it and see what I did wrong there. It's a vertical, and with some ground radius, on the ground level, I should say. And I couldn't pick up no POTA, man. So, but anyway, I'm able to pick them up now. So I got like 8 or 10 POTAs already today. But I want to do a little CQ call in here, see if I could get anybody to answer here on 40 meters, even though that the bands are not in great conditions, I guess. So even if where I showed you the QRZ page, even that thing is not up yet. So, but anyway, we're gonna try it again. CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Wow, I mean, there's some people here. Look, you can see some people down here, some over here, guy over here. I can't go down there. Maybe, hopefully, after June 11th, when I go down Windsor, Connecticut, and see if I can get my extra. So that'll be great. So then I'll be able to go down here and have some conversation with, with the extras. And this is where all the DX, I mean, all the good DX, I think, is. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Can't wait. Let's call CQ again. CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Sometimes I'll call here in the morning, and I forget to hit record. Today I said let me record, but then I get a rag tune going up in here, and then all of a sudden another guy comes and another person comes, and when you least know it, it's almost been 2 hours that we've been talking, and I'm like, oh damn, I gotta go to work. All right, let's do this again. Ready? CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Oh, look at that. Whoop. I wonder what that is. One day I'll figure it out and stuff. So I did discover that I have these LED lights over my head, which I'm not using at the moment. They were interfering, it's now I know. So I'm gonna take the time one of these days and figure out what's interfering here, if I have any more interference. But it's a little hard because I need the power for the computer for this radio. Oh, maybe I can run my laptop. There you go. I didn't think about that. I can run this radio on the laptop and then on a battery source there, and then figure it out from there. Let's call one more time. CQ, CQ, CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. You know what I want? I'd like to see if someone would record a video like I'm recording right now of my audio so I can see it. You know, I get good reports on the audio, but it's like I want to see it myself personally. I want to see it. Somebody kind of tuned in there. Let's see what happens here. Ready? CQ, CQ, CQ40. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Let's turn this up a little. No, somebody's tuning off there. Maybe they're getting ready. I do that sometimes. I'll tune off like 4K over and then come back to whoever's calling. CQ, CQ, CQ40 meters. This is Kilo 1 Alpha Papa Delta. This is K1APD calling CQ40. QRZ. Actually, I want to...
November 2, Lima, X-ray Lima.
November 2, X-ray. That was November 2, X-ray Lima something.
Negative. November 2, Lima, X-ray Lima. Lima, X-ray Lima.
QSL, November 2, Lima, X-ray Lima. Is this Robert?
That would be me, Bob in New Jersey. How are you today?
Bob, we're doing good, sir. Decided to do a little CQ calling here before I head out to work there. You're giving me a 5-9 into Mike Alpha, Massachusetts. And the name over here is Adrian Alpha Delta Romeo India Alpha November. Back to you.
All right, very good, Adrian. Well, you're a 5-9 down here in New Jersey. Very nice signal, nice audio. So you got to work today, huh?
Yeah, I work almost every day. Yeah, I work a second shift there. And yeah, I try to get on before I go to work so I can play a little radio. So, but at nighttime, I usually don't get on and all that. And by the way, you're giving me a beautiful signal as well over here. What are you running over there?
Okay, well, this is a FTDX10 that I just got on Sunday. So
nice.
It's only today's Tuesday, so Thursday I've been playing with it. Running 100 watts into an inverted V, and that's it. Nothing else special here.
QSL. Well, it sounds really nice on my end. Yeah, I'm running a SunSDR2 DX there, and I'm also running an inverted V, almost 50 feet up in the air.
Well, it's doing a good job for you, and the sun sounds good. Yeah, I don't have the ability to get antennas that high where I live. I don't have a single tree in my yard, and don't really want to put up a tower in my yard because I live in a waterfront community here in New Jersey, so most of our life goes on in the backyard, and I don't have any privacy because the neighbors across the lagoon can see my house, and the neighbors on either side can see my house, so it would just be an eyesore. So not that what I have up there now probably isn't, but what I did was I stuck a 20-foot telescoping mast on my dock and strung the antenna off of that, so it's quite a bit lower than it should be, but it seems to be working okay.
Oh, it's definitely working. It's definitely working, and the audio off that radio is beautiful. It's coming in really good here. And actually, I'm recording a video that you know, I record videos here and there, and once in a while I might put them up on YouTube. I might put this one on YouTube by the end of the week and stuff there, so you can hear yourself. But yeah, great audio, and it's at the 20 feet there. It's doing the job.
Very good. It's always good to hear that, especially when you got something new and you know, you're making sure it's working properly. But yeah, I've gotten good reports on it. The stock mic doesn't work too well with it. I mean, it works, but it's fairly bassy, and I mean, you can take care of that in the equalizer settings because the Yaesu comes with a fairly comprehensive equalizer, but it's also a pain in the butt in my opinion. I like the Icom a little bit better with just the tone controls. But so I'm using a older Heil mic that I've had for years. I actually have 3 of them. It's the Gold line or the GM5, depending on what year you bought it, but about the same mic. And that's a dual element. It's got like this really wide studio element, which is also too bassy and doesn't sound good at all. And then it has what Heil at the time called the HC5, which he called the general rag chew element, and seems to work well on every radio I've ever had. So I just keep using them.
QSL, yeah, I would keep using it because it sounds great over here. You're coming in really, you're loud, you're clear, and I could understand everything you're saying, and it sounds really good. I gotta admit, I'm running what they call a Shure SM7V dynamic microphone, and it's running into what I have is a Rodecaster Pro mixer. Basically, I used to podcast there with my kids and stuff like that, so I had that around, so I decided to plug it in, and it's going via the mixer into the computer through USB into the radio there.
Yeah, well, it sounds really good, and no problem with the outboard stuff. I thought about playing with that stuff, but I don't want to get into that. If I can make it work as simple as possible and have a nice sound, I do. And as I said, these mics to me are a winner. I've had one for 15 years or so, and he stopped making this particular element years ago, and there's a replacement for it now that he calls the HC 5.1, but by all accounts it's not the same. So I found a few more of these microphones on eBay for really good prices, and they were in almost new condition, so I grabbed them. So now I have a few spares. Only bad thing about Heil mics is the little push. I like to hold the mic. I don't actually use it as a desk mic. And the little push to talk button is the biggest piece of crap on the planet. And I just changed one on this mic actually 2 nights ago. And they're $9 a piece right now, so I got to find a cheaper place to get them because it's a little tiny switch that ought to cost about 75 cents. But and apparently I'm going to be changing them a lot from what I understand. So anyway, I see you have a 991 Alpha also, and looks like you have a Heil adapter plugged into that. What do you use on that radio?
I got on the FT991 Alpha. I usually use that. Now I had it down here in the shack, but right now it's not in here. It's I use that for portable, and I've been getting myself ready to do a porta activation, but I haven't gone out there to do it. But I use also the Shure when I do have it down here. I'll run the Shure SM7B directly into the radio, no mixer, no nothing, and I just use the settings within the radio itself, and I gotten good reports on that. I love that little radio, and I call it little, but yeah, I love that radio. That's my go-to for going out. If I go outside, or if I decide to go out on the back deck, I'll use that radio, and yeah, that's a good radio, man. I got no complaints on it, and that's definitely a keeper for me. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have. Back to you.
All right, very good. I hope you're still getting me because you faded into the noise a little bit on the last transmission. But yeah, no, I've heard a lot of 991s out there, and they all sound good. So very nice little radio. I considered it myself, but I don't really need the 2 meter and 440. And I wanted. I don't know. I've had several radios over the years. Recently sold a Kenwood 590, which I almost kind of regret selling because it was a nice radio, but it was a little bit dated. I have a 7300, which I really like. It's a fun radio to use, and just decided I would give I also had a Yaesu 3000, which I just recently sold.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice radio, but just too big. So I decided to give the FTDX10 a try based on, mixed reviews a little bit. Some people were having issues, but it seems like Yaesu's taking care of some of them in firmware from what I'm able to tell. So, time will tell. It's only 3 days, and it's got some quirks that I don't like. The first night I had it, I said, oh no, this thing's going back, and then I just decided to play with it a little bit and set things up the way I wanted them, and now I'm a little bit more happy with the radio, so it's probably a keeper, but then hopefully it keeps working. But yeah, so that's the story on this end. Anyway, beautiful day down here in New Jersey. Yesterday also, after a whole bunch of rain for about a week.
Yeah.
So, nice weather. Yesterday was so nice. I was outside in a t-shirt, finally cleaning out my car after the winter, because
that's what I
when
did.
It gets cold, I don't go out and clean windows and vacuum rugs. Whatever gets in there, and then come springtime, I clean it. So that's all spiffy clean now. I was amazed. I went out to, it rained yesterday morning, and I was in the house for a while. Then I went outside to get the mail, and I said, wow, look at this. It's like almost 70 degrees.
The same
I
thing.
can clean the truck, so that's what I did. Back over to you, Adrian, N2LXL.
Oh, man, I'm over here saying, yeah, that's what I did. did. I came downstairs and I played radio for a little bit. Then I decided to get off the radio a little early, and then I got up. I went outside, and it's like, oh wow, it's sunny out here, and that's what I did. I took my truck there, and I had it go to the car wash and did a little vacuum in there before I went to work. Oh man, while you were saying that, I was laughing. I'm like, wow, that's the same thing that happened here. It was raining in the morning, and then I went upstairs. It was bright and sunny. Today is also going to be around 70 something up here, and it's about time we get nice warm weather. I'm really getting tired of this cloudy, all the time, or cold and stuff like that. So I'm going to appreciate all the warm weather we get, and now that I have that, that FT991 Alpha there, I'm definitely going to be outside playing with a radio instead of down here in the shack. But yeah, this and the reason I got that FT991 Alpha, because that's actually my first radio, because I got my license at the end of 2021. I got my technician in, and I got my general about 30 days later, and I wanted one radio that I could do everything with, and that happened to be the one, the Shack in the Box there, and but then I seen this SunSDR and fell in love, and I said I had to get that. But they should put warning labels and tell you that beware, if you get into the hobby, you will be buying a lot of radios. This is K1APD. Back to you, Bob.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It can get expensive. I hadn't been active for a while, for years. I mean, the radios were set up, and every once in a while I turn them on, but I didn't do much operating. And then COVID hit, and you're kind of stuck in the house because
Oh yeah.
here in Jersey everything was closed, so there was no place you were going to go, and even if you could, you probably didn't want to. So I started looking through the internet, and of course that's deadly because you see all these things that you want, and you end up spending all kinds of money that you probably didn't have to spend. So that was my story. So in the last 2 years, I've gone through quite a few different radios that I played with and one way or another liked, but decided to get rid of for something else. I had a little 891 Yaesu. Loved everything about it except for that black and white screen. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
So I sold it. And then I ended up with an ICOM 7100, which also has a black and white screen, but it's a little bit different, and it also does give me 2 meters at 440. So when I put it in the mobile, I won't have to have two radios. So I'll suffer through that screen, at least for now. But yeah, I got the 7300, had the 590, got rid of that. I had a 7600 for years. A 706 for years, got rid of that. It's crazy. It's totally insane. And then, started getting into the amplifiers. I picked up an 811 amplifier from a local guy here, kept it for about 3 months, and then grabbed the Mercury 3 solid state. So I turned around and sold the 811. And now I have the Mercury, and I'm waiting for the amp keying cable because Yaesu has to be special and have a special 10-pin cable that costs you $50 to get by the time you pay shipping and taxes, rather than just put an RCA jack on the back like they should, so you can use any kind of common cable. But what are you going to do? I guess that's how they're making their money. But anyway, all right, Adrian. Well, listen, I'll let you go. Maybe you can make a few more contacts before you go to work. Really good to make your acquaintance, and hopefully we'll hook up again. And whatever equipment you're using up there, the Sun and that inverted V are working excellent for you, because your signal's pretty much held up down here except for that one dip you took. But that was that's the band conditions, not you. So we'll catch you next time. Have a great day and a great rest of the week. K1APD N2LXL 73.
QSL. One question before you leave, if you don't mind. That Mercury 3 there, how do you like that? What's your opinion on it?
I like it. I did not put it together because what happened was I was about to put myself on the waiting list for it, which is a year or more at this point.
Wow.
And some guy was selling it on QRZ back in January, and he wanted a few $100 more than it would have cost to buy the kit, but I didn't have to wait the year. So I spoke with him about it, and it was about 6 months old, and he detailed the history of it with me, and I was happy with what he said, so I picked it up from him. It works really well. It's an incredible amp. It's got all kinds of safety features. Will save you from your own stupidity, to be honest with you. I've on a few occasions, one time I put too much power into it. It immediately shut down and told me I did so. One time I transmitted into the wrong antenna. It saw the high SWR, shut itself down, and told me what was wrong. So it protects itself really well. puts out 1,200 watts. It's got different bands, so I don't know how to describe what I want to say. It takes different drive levels on different bands. So
Gotcha.
40 and 80 are the two sweet spots. I mean, with 10 watts in, I can drive it to just about 1,000 watts out.
Wow.
But say on 10 meters, to get that 1,000 watts out, I have to put about 30 watts into it. So it varies greatly by band. And that seems to be everybody's, from what I've seen on the net, that seems to be everybody's, what's the word I'm looking for? That's how it is. Basically, other people are experiencing the same thing. But yeah, on 40, it's incredible. You keep the radio power down to 9 or 10 watts, and you're getting out a kilowatt. So, and it just works. It's an incredible amp. And it's, honestly, when you look at the price of it compared to, say, others, okay, even the Ameritron stuff today, which is quite honestly built like crap, okay, there's no quality control at all at that company. You're spending $1,400 just for a 3-tube 811 these days. That's almost ridiculous. And then it's essentially a kit. You gotta go through it and fix what they didn't do when they built it. If you're looking at solid state amps, look at like the Elecraft KPA 500. It's a 500 watt amp. It costs more than the Mercury.
Wow, yeah.
The Mercury is, in my mind, is a better deal. It's twice the power and a little bit less as far as money goes. So I would recommend it. I really would. Everybody I've talked to that has one really loves it, and my experience has been the same. N2LXL.
QSL. Well, Bob, thank you. Yeah, I was looking into it there before they got that FCC approval there, when they were just selling it as a kit there. And I was looking into it, but I'm not really too good with the soldering iron there yet. Still practicing. But yeah, that's an amp that I might look into to get in the future there. So, but anyway, Bob, I appreciate answering the call there, and I hope you have a wonderful day out there today and enjoy it. And I think I'm gonna get off as well, and because I think I might just go outside, because it is nice out there. So I'm gonna go out for a ride before I head to work in there. So November 2, Lima, X-ray Lima. This is K1APD and 73 to you, my friend.
All right, Adrian. Well, listen, I would tell you this. Put your name on the list. The way I understand it is, whichever one you decide to buy on the web, it's one list, and when your name comes up, they'll ask you which one you want. And it's only $300 more to have the completely assembled one with the 1-year warranty. And if you change your mind by the time they email you, so you just tell them, no, you don't want it. No big deal. But at least you're on the list. Anyway, catch you later, N2LXL.
QSL. I'll look into that for sure. 73, my friend. I'm going to log it up here in QRZ there, because actually New Jersey is one of the states I need. So anyway, thank you. Take care. God bless. And we'll catch you out here another day, maybe on the same band or a different band out there. That's pretty cool. Good info. Oh, I'm going to definitely put up this video. There you go. Hello. And hopefully you can hear yourself how you sound. And I hope I put up the audio so you can hear it good, because what I hear here and whatever's on sometimes on the OSBS on the recording thing, sometimes I forget to bring it up over there, and then it doesn't sound good. And that's why sometimes I don't put the videos up, because I forget, So it's two different things between what I hear here and there. And for it to sound the way it sounds here, I have to, raise the volume over here. But raise it to regular, how's the word? Just raise it up regular, you know what I mean? I just keep it down low sometimes, because all you hear is static if I'm just making these videos and stuff like that. But anyway, Bob, thank you for answering my CQ call there today, and I really appreciate it. Take care, my friend.